So, Gaming Guardian here because good games are worth guarding. And so today, it's going to be Tomb Raider. I maybe shouldn't be doing the DLC and maybe should go to the main story, but I don't know. I just wanted to do Tomb Raider. I love Tomb Raider, and I think I have more nostalgia for Tomb Raider than I do actual like love of the games. Cause I went back to try and play like one of the earlier games and I sucked at it. I couldn't make it very far, and I was like, okay, I thought I remembered liking this game and being somewhat decent, but nope. But maybe the later games I'll like. So da, 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 da. Okay. So we're going to Washcroft Manor for 400, James. Oh, I don't remember how he sounds. How does the butler sound? I'll do a really bad British accent. It might not even be recognizable as British, it'll be so bad. I've been requested by my esteemed employer, Miss Laura Croft, to commission a cleaner for the exterior of her residence, Croft Manor, and have acquired your details from a mutual friend. Wait, which friend? Who am I friends with in the Power Washer universe that knows you? She is soon to host a charity fundraiser for Artifact. I was reading Artifice. Apparently, I have D&D on the mind. For Artifact re. What is that word? Repatriation. Repatriation? Okay. And wishes for the manor to be looking tip-top for all of her esteemed international guests. I shall no doubt discover from the odd buffed brick here and there I have attempted to task myself, but to no avail. It is simply beyond my advancing years. Please note the roof has only recently been retiled and won't require any of your attention. Miss Croft is currently recuperating in Egypt after being set upon, but will be back soon to give your handiwork the once-over. Start job. Ba-ba-ba. Wait, oh, no. Houston, we have a problem. My cord. Okay, there we go. I usually play with a controller just because I'm lazy. My hands hurt. I don't know how anyone plays with keyboards. My hands just start hurting really bad, and I'm like, okay. Woo. The sky looks pretty cool. It's raining. Now that's the sad thing, like, I can do this all day and the water's never gonna fall back down. That's just sad. I wish there was some physics. Okay, so we have the front, but we also have this weird water fountain. Interesting. I trust you have everything you need to begin work. I'll be sure to furnish you with tea and biscuits just as soon as I escape a minor predicament. Okay. Minor predicament. What did you do? It's nothing to worry about, by the way. Wash the fish face, wash the fish face. Dee, fish face. Miss Croft likes to set me these challenges from time to time, otherwise one can get rather dull. Okay. Okay, Alfred. Winston. Oh wait, I didn't set this right. That's the one. There we go. Oh, no, don't do that. How do you turn that off? Okay. I hate that mode where you do this and you can just... I mean, I have to admit, it's... I don't know, it's cool that you can do this and maybe it doesn't make you as dizzy like I'm prone to get, but it just feels so awkward and I don't know. I feel less in control and less accurate. So, nah. Fin, 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 finity fin. Okay. So, y'all are gonna get the good news before even most of my family knows. My husband knows because I texted him. But we will be moving soon. So I may have to record a few surplus recordings to make it during the moving time easier. Because, yeah, with all the packing and stuff, goodness, I don't think I'll be able to do. I mean, maybe I can still bust out a live stream. Um, but the fact that it's literally, wait, what day is it? It is the, well, I'm gonna still be in Texas, so I'm not moving super far, but just a different city, and you know, but even like I've noticed, um, what you call it, wow, my brain just totally went blank, but yeah, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna stay in Texas, and I don't know how many miles away it is, but it just seems like even if I was moving in the same apartment complex, the only thing that would be easier would be the drive because you still have to, load everything. And unfortunately, it's upstairs, which, ugh, I am not happy about that. But they wanted like $200 more for downstairs, and apparently that's a common thing in a lot of apartments. Wish it was a house, but hey, you can afford what you can afford, and this place will be an improvement for the same price that we will be paying here, or we would have been paying here if we renewed. So I'm very happy to at least be moving to kind of a better neighborhood and all that good stuff. So it is good. But yeah, man, I'm someone who needs to learn to not get so anxious about things. Like I need to take a page out of my friend. I need to ask her if it's okay that I even mentioned that she's my. I'm assuming it's okay since I've been on her stream multiple times. But Purity, um, she takes this approach to life, um, because of health issues that is she tries not to stress about things because it doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any good to be anxious, and so I'm trying not to be anxious about all the packing, like, because we don't really have a lot of room here to begin with, and then I got married, and so more stuff came over here, and it's even more cramped, and so it's like, okay, but how are we even gonna do this? Because there's nowhere to put the boxes once they're packed. So I'm like, okay, cool. I was hoping she wouldn't mind, but you know, you, I'm always scared to mention anyone. Yeah, I'll try and message her and then apologize if she says she'd prefer I didn't. Um, but I always try and be hesitant about mentioning uh what you call it, just any YouTuber, even if I don't know them. I'm like reluctant to mention them because I don't want them to get mad at me or something. Not that any of them would notice me. They're way bigger. Like she's a huge channel compared to me. So it's like hopefully I don't think she would get offended anyway, but yeah, I'll ask her. Yeah. Well, just that we're friends. Me and her both know that we have a lot of differing, like, beliefs and stuff, but it doesn't really matter because that's the thing, is she can be friends with anyone. That's what's cool about her, and I, I try and be the same person, or that same kind of person, that it's like I don't really care what you believe as long as you treat me with, like, respect or at least kindness. I don't, I think everyone deserves kindness from the get-go, and then they can do things to lose that. Like, um, like if they betray you, like, I'm not saying be mean to them, but you don't necessarily have to, put up with it. I don't know, I'm rambling. But yeah, so the fact that I'm moving, and it'll be September when I move, so I might be able to keep doing streams. It just really depends. Because I'm assuming now that we know we're moving, my husband and I are going to have to start packing pretty much right away, because, there's I mean, I do have a lot, mostly because I'm the person who inherited stuff from, like, other family members. Like, I'm a collector, like, hardcore, and so when family members wanted to get rid of their stuff, I would either ask to buy it from them, or they would just give it to me. So I have some old games and old consoles, and I mean, some of it's mine, but some of it's not. Some of it, well, it's mine now, but originally. So it's just like, I always get nervous when I move because the last time I moved, stuff got broke, and I don't think it was anything truly, like, super special, but it's still upsetting. And so I have this one thing that I've had quite a while. It's like, what you call it? Well, she's like an angel, but she has butterfly wings. True, yeah. But I don't, how do you do that? Is there a way on Twitch to, yeah, cherub, yeah. So she has a wolf with her. And I think the wings are detachable, but if they aren't, wings almost always get broken off things and moves. And so it's really, like, I'm really scared to move her. I don't know. I hope her wings move out. I think they do. But is there a way on Twitch to send, like, a message to all your followers, and same for YouTube? Because I know in YouTube there's yeah, I'll ask Purity, because I know on YouTube you can post to the community tab, but I don't think anyone gets alerted about that. I don't think. So I know on YouTube I can at least do that, but Twitch, you know. But yeah, so, and this is hot off the press here because I literally just got the call before I started streaming. I was like, well, that's some awesome timing. Thank God for that, because I didn't want them to call while I was streaming. I would have had to go into the BRB again. But I think most people are pretty understanding about, real life stuff. I may even have a cooler little nook to stream from. We're talking about maybe utilizing our dining room as my streaming area, since we don't have a dining room here anyway. And we're not much for, like, eating at a dining room table. It's just not really our thing. We eat in the living room and watch TV. I know they say it's bad, but it's like our tradition. We watch some anime while we have dinner every night. It's not always anime, but lately it is. Yeah, I know. But I do appreciate the advice, Dawn, because, you know, I want to do right by any of the people that, you know, actually do enjoy my content or look forward to, you know, watching it or hanging out. And I want them to know that I'm okay and, you know, I have not abandoned YouTube or Twitch completely. Although I've been bad about that with Twitch. Like, I'll still post videos on YouTube, but then not do Twitch streams. Mostly because I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Especially when I'm doing Power Wash. Power Wash is dangerous for me because I'll start talking about some random stuff. And, but I need to stop saying but. The other word I say too much is so. So. Stupid filler words. Anyhow. It's a fancy but. Anyone who gets that reference, that's awesome. But, oh, I did it again. Ah! What word could I use in place? I mean, I guess then it becomes another word that I'm just relying on to fill in unnecessary silence. I'm wondering if Purity's going to be streaming soon anyway, because I don't know what her schedule is. No politics or religion. Yeah, I'm mostly trying to avoid that. I am a Christian, so I will still say some things, but I am not a person to shove it down people's throats. I don't really give a crap what other people believe. Like, I respect their beliefs, and, you know, like I said before, be Canadian, eh? I don't think I could do that very well. Just annoy people more. You see? Now don't you know? I'm trying to think of some others. The filler words. I've actually had someone ask if I was from Pennsylvania, and I'm like, where? How do I sound like I'm from Pennsylvania? You're Canadian. Okay, cool. So I love it when I hear a Canadian do it, but I don't know. Whenever I try and impersonate someone else's accent that's not, you know, my own, I feel like I just sound like an ass. Pardon the language. I know that most people don't care if you cuss, but you know, I try not to. But I really do. I feel like you just sound like a really big jerk, and you're just kind of insulting the culture. I mean, it's fine when it's like an actor for a movie or something, but when you're just doing it offhandedly, I don't know. It feels like I have this really weird thing. If I'm talking to a Hispanic person and they're speaking English but they have a Hispanic accent, I almost unconsciously try to mimic them. And then I catch myself and I'm like, stop doing that. That's rude. So I don't know why I do that though. It's just one of those weird, annoying traits that thankfully hasn't offended anyone as far as I know. Though I do worry too much about offending people. Like, I shouldn't care, because, you know, I've already gotten some mean troll comments on some of my videos. Not a whole lot, but a few. And, you know, who cares? You know, let them say what they want to say, and I'll ignore it or take it into consideration, one or the other. Mild Western, yeah, there you go. See, And it's so funny when people are like, I love your southern accent. And I'm like, I have a southern accent? Because it's so normal to me. But then I hear some people that are country, like country. And they have more twang than the guitar, you know, like I could impersonate them, you know, like dang, 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 now, just don't. I mean, that was horrible impersonation, but I could do a Southern Belle accent probably better than I could. There he was gone. Nice. Well, okay, I don't know what state this is that do this, but it's apparently something that I adopted, and it's not a Texas thing, even though I've lived here my whole life. And it's no, yeah, yeah, no. And people get confused what you mean. So is it yeah or no? No, yeah. Like, that makes perfect sense to my brain. I've said it pretty much my whole life, but no one else around me says it. I don't know where I got it from TV, maybe? It's like, why? Where did that come from? Yeah, no, no, yeah. Why are so many people really confused by it? Because to me, I mean, I would have thought it was a Texas thing, but apparently not. Yeah. I get the idea. It's the one that go, oh yeah, don't you know? No, that's not it. That's... Maybe that's why they said I was Pennsylvanian. Maybe it's from Pennsylvania. Oh gosh, that was loud. Okay, hold on. Looks like I will have to put on the BRB. Someone's at the door. Ah! No one stealed it. Gosh, I'm out of breath. See, that's what's ridiculous. I get out of breath so easily. Although, I have the AC up more than normal. So maybe next time I get up, I should turn it... Oh no, don't yawn. Sleep apnea sucks. Need to make a little jingle. I've said sleep apnea sucks so much on, well, countless videos now. And I guess I could count them if I really wanted to try. But... So yeah, Michigan. I like the idea that I somehow randomly developed a little bit of a Michigan what you call it? Not accent, but a mannerism. That's the word I'm looking for. My brain. I was talking. Oh, thank you, Deadman. Really appreciate that. People are kind. But yeah, I've definitely never traveled to Michigan. I've only been to a few states, like we drove to Oklahoma, I believe, or the edge of Oklahoma. I'm not sure if we really went in it or not. And I had family who lived in Tennessee that I visited at least once. And then for like my first ever real vacation that was like my choice, because I tagged along on some other people's family vacations, but they invited me, so it wasn't like I just invited myself. They're like, you can come if you'd like. I'm like, yes, I will go. But those were only, they were still in Texas. So The first one that I did is I got to go to Universal in Florida. Man, that was fun. I would love to go back. Primarily for the Harry Potter world. I don't care about any of the controversy and stuff. I loved their butterbeer. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And their food. I have not had fish and chips that were that good at any of the places that I've been at, and I've tried fish and chips at several different restaurants in our area, and none of them are as good. I think, one place one time that was close, but it still wasn't as good. So I have to say I love fish and chips. So much so that me and my husband will often make, it's freezer, but we'll have beer battered fish fillet and, like fries. And, we'll make them in our air fryer and he'll season them and they're pretty darn good. I have to say. Never thought of myself as a fish lover, but sorry fish, I eat your kin. But yeah, fishy fish. Especially if it's cooked properly. But to me, the key is the breading. And I've only ever once had fish that had this breading that I thought was the best ever. And my grandma made it. But I don't know what her recipe was, and I didn't think to ask her before she passed, so I can't, recreate it, sadly. Toronto. Oh. English style. I'm so bad at geography. Toronto. I'm trying to think where that is on the US. I'm sorry to ask. Is it... I mean, not US. Canada. I can't. My brain. I'm done. Yeah, it's fried. I need to get some cool water. Oh, Ontario. Okay. I actually, I know a little bit more about Canada than my own country, I think. Okay, that's cool. Because I've heard of Toronto like a million times, but I was like, where is it exactly? That's cool. That is cool. I would love to visit Canada someday. I don't, it sounds lazy, but one of the reasons is I don't have to learn a whole nother language necessarily to go there. I know that a lot of people in Canada speak English, and so, I like to pick places where English is, plenty well known, and because I don't have hope that I could properly learn another language. Yeah, Quebec is French. That does not surprise me. But French is such a common language in a lot of countries, I found out. I always thought French was just, a very limited part of the world, and then I found out, so many people. French is just so, what's the word? Spread out? That's not the word I'm looking for, but... Newfoundland. I would love to go there. I have seen some really beautiful pictures of there, and I love their dogs. But yeah, if I could, I would love to travel, honestly, to any country and or just visit more of the states here, because, I've been to, what, 3? outside of Texas anyway. And I don't know if you can even count Oklahoma, because I'm pretty sure we were literally like on the line. Oh, it's a different type of French in Quebec. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like Spanish. Like there is multiple. I don't I don't remember exactly, so forgive me if this is incorrect, but I believe there is the American Spanish, then there is the Mexican Spanish, and then there's Spaniard Spanish, or I'm not sure that's the proper way to refer to it, but like there's at least 3 different types of Spanish. And I was like, wait, what? How? Why are they all called Spanish then? Why don't they all have their own names? It's so confusing for us ignorant Americans. Because the whole idea that I could have a friend that speaks fluent Spanish, but then them meet someone else who supposedly speaks fluent Spanish and they can't understand each other in that language is just beyond me. Like I go to England, they speak English, and yeah, we have different accents and some of our slang and lingo is confusing, but we can still understand each other. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of gander. So, huh. At first, when I read that, I read gender. I'm like, there's a place called gender? Oh, perhaps it might be judicious to say a few pertinent points whilst you work. Miss Croft is quite an extraordinary woman. She demands exacting standards both from herself and from others. If you excel, you meet with her generous side. Okay. Is that it? If not, well, Miss Croft has an extremely extensive and colorful vocabulary. So, did you just say she'd cuss me out? I think he just said that she was going to cuss me out if I did bad. He said it in the most British way possible. I think I'll try and do a Tomb Raider streaming at some point because there was a free copy that I got because of Prime. I don't know which one it was. I think it was just called Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which tells me nothing in the most part since I have not kept up with Tomb Raider. I'm wondering if it's that one, I don't know which Tomb Raider it was, and maybe it's not even true, but I thought there was a rumor that, because of the way she screams and when she's getting hurt or something, that there was a whole thing about people thinking something very inappropriate was going on, and they, like, got onto their kids for it or something. I don't know. This is like a rumor I heard, and it was the Tomb Raider game, or one of them. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. What's on your mind? I think that speaks more to what's on your mind more than what, you know. Because if you think it sounds like that, I mean, that's more your fault. Because a lot of things sound like a lot of things. I mean, one time, I don't remember who it was. It was one of my family members, and they were in the bathroom praying, but they were whispering. And it sounded so creepy, so flippin' creepy. And I was just like, hello? I literally thought it was something demonic happening. I was like, what the hell am I hearing? And they were like, yeah, I'm like, were you just whispering? Like, yeah, I was praying. I'm like, okay, well, it sounded creepy. And they're like, oh, sorry. But I guess anything whispering where you're like, you can't really tell what anyone's saying, kind of, what is it, muttering, could sound creepy, especially when it's in the middle of the night. But yeah. I also have, I don't know if I have hearing issues, because anytime I've had my hearing tested, they say it's great. But I mishear people all the flippin' time. Like, I will hear the craziest stuff. And I like, anyone who's spent a extensive amount of time with me has probably witnessed some of my crazy things I hear. And it gets bad sometimes because I it won't even sound remotely similar. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Someone could say, "Would you like some cake?" And instead of hearing something like instead that sounds similar, like, "Do you like shake and bake?" You know, like that would, it's weird, but it actually makes some kind of sense at least. But for me, it'll be like, um, what form did the aliens take or something? Like, it might have like one word that sounds similar, but then the rest is totally obscure. And you're like, what? Aliens? Where did you get the word aliens? Nothing sounds like aliens that I just said. And so I just, yeah. If I wasn't so intimidated by people, I might be able to do stand-up comedy of all the things. I'd have to have a better memory about it though, too. Wonder why I started on the fountain first. That's just interesting. Like, I could have started on the building, but I wanted to do the fountain. Washy wash. Wash, wash, wash. Like, please tell me I'm not the only one on... I mean, I know other people like it, but, like, this is very satisfying. Just this right here. Going from that to that. That is just so cool. Just nice and clean. Maybe because I have such a cluttered house. It's like extremely satisfying. Yeah, Tomb Raider. I'm trying to think, what was it, the original first game? I don't remember what console it came out originally on. So I don't know which one I played. I mean, was it on Sega? Or is it on Nintendo? Because I remember it, I thought being on PlayStation, which is neither of those. But I thought it was on an older console too. But I do remember playing one that had really old school graphics. Like, I guess you would say on par with the original Final Fantasy VII, maybe? Those kind of graphics where it's very boxy. And I remember, no, I think I'm remembering correctly, that there was this level that was at the estate, this place. And you had to do some kind of trial, and the butler was forcing you to do it to be in shape or to to be ready for your next mission or something, and I was stuck on it because I couldn't figure out what the heck I was supposed to do. I don't know how old I was at the time, but I remember getting really frustrated, and I don't know if I ever figured it out or not. Because I either couldn't successfully do it, or I didn't understand it. One or the other. The game I'm considering doing on stream next, like outside of Power Wash, because, you know, I'll keep doing that on times I want to just kind of chill. But I want to do Kingdom Hearts now that I was given the collection for my birthday. Got it early because it was on sale, and they you know, were like, you know, we'll go ahead and buy it for you because it's on sale, and, you know, get it cheaper. So I am very excited to play that. Which I've played most of it, but it'd be neat to be able to play it more in its entirety. Wow, there was still quite a bit of dirt left, and it just counted it as done. Now, why does it do that on this, and then there's other things where there's literally the smallest of specks, and it doesn't do it? So annoying. Whee! Almost done with the fountain, yeah. The fountain's more than 25% of the mess. What'd you do? Just decide to throw mud at it? Anyone else see shapes in the dirt? That looked like a flag for a moment. Like, why is there a flag in the dirt? It's the flagship of dirt. For a minute I thought I heard an owl. What the heck? Although owls must not only be purely nocturnal, because I've heard owls during the daytime. I always thought they were purely nocturnal, but I've definitely heard them hooing very low, very loudly. Strangest thing for me, because at first I didn't know what it was, and it just sounded, again, kind of creepy. I was like, what the heck is that? And then I, like, got my dad, and he's like, that's an owl. I'm like, but it's daytime. He's like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But it's an owl. I'm like, okay. I hope I can get the other DLC for this. Really want to do the Alice in Wonderland one. Falling through the rabbit hole. Wonder if you clean the rabbit hole. That would be funny. Have all these really steep walls with a bunch of random stuff on it, you know, chairs and all that. Ba-doom. Getting optical illusions here. See, like right there. That looks like a bird with kind of a human head on a stick. Like, does anyone else see that? Because I see it. Bye-bye, bird on stick. Could this work as like a Rorschach ink blot test? I'm just gonna say ink blot because I'm pretty sure I'm saying that word wrong. Like you make small clean spots in the dirt and see what you see. Oop, got it. Yay! Okay, that's just, it's clean. So 28%. Wait. Wait a minute. See, look at that. Look at that tiny little speck of dirt. There's this tiny, there we go. Tiny speck of dirt. Don't even see, oh, there's the dirt. I always forget to crouch down at some of these places. Boom, okay. That one's done. That one's done. Wow, I missed a lot there. Dirty, dirty dirt. What's the... Like the drill instructor tells you to clean your bunk or something, and then he takes a glove, a white glove, and checks for dust or something. I don't know what that movie was. Like, I would totally fail because I forgot all of this. Didn't even think about this under part. Apparently I did only on one side, and then there was still just a little bit of dirt. Ow, 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 neck. Sorry. I doubt y'all could hear the pop, but ow, that did not feel good. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to tackle this? Oh, there's two? Huh, they give me two. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I cannot reach that. There we go. I didn't expect this to take so long. Do 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 do. And now I'm getting phone calls. What in the world? Okay. Sorry. There we go. We should be good again. Now I'm lightheaded. Check it and see. Okay. So if I do it like this, it should be making the most of my time. Ding! Ding dong. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch oh witch, the wicked witch. Okay. I think I got that mostly clean. Now to move on. Wait, is there dirt? There's dirt up there. The battlement. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Can I? Okay, I don't have to clean on top. Good. Because that would be a bit of a nightmare. We have a pretty cool castle estate here. Wonder what it'd be like to live in a castle like this, because, like, would it be really uncomfortable? You know, electric bill would be through the roof, I'm assuming. Because, I don't know, all the space. It would take a lot of energy to get the space to either heat up or cool down. I am assuming. Boop, boom, boom. Don't glitch. Why are you getting stuck? Yay! Clean. You go slow and steady. Apparently you get a nice good stream to get it clean. Man, my brain is going all over the place. First I was thinking of Reddit stories that I'd listened to recently. Then for some reason I popped on to Five Nights at Freddy's, the book that I listened to a long time ago. So it's like, what the heck? Where's my brain trying to tell me? It's like one was recent and one was, dude, it might have even been a year ago. I don't even know. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, sorry, bopped the mic. But I am having to get some dental work done. Yay! Spending a lot of my savings to get a crown. Dental work is so expensive. It's I don't even know where the tooth is because I was so upset when they were telling me. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I deal with TMJ, Don, so having my mouth forcibly held open with one of those little bite guard things, oh my gosh. My jaw always hurts so bad afterwards. It's one of the reasons I wanted to stream today, because it's tomorrow. Yep, TMJ. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's basically what they call lockjaw. So the jaw will be able to go out of place, and sometimes it just really hurts. Like I woke up the other day and I had to hold the bottom of my jaw over and push it slightly to the left so it was lined up properly. And otherwise it would start popping or getting stuck. And yeah, it doesn't feel good, and it was hurting. And it was all because of how I slept. If I sleep on my side or have something against my jaw just the right way, it can cause it to really flare up. So, not fun. And because of having sleep apnea, I toss and turn a lot as it is. Like, I'll just... Well, I guess it's not the sleep apnea that causes tossing and turning, but I do toss and turn a lot, probably from just, like, pain that I deal with. That's what they say. That chronic pain can cause you to toss and turn, I guess. Get up there. Why can't I get this? There we go. I wasn't trying to clean that, I was trying to clean that. Ah! Well, that didn't work. Dun dun. Okay. Okay, that worked. I was able to reach. Very satisfying sounds. Another satisfying sound you only get once is at the end when you get paid. It does that, like, cash. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but it's very satisfying. Got it. Wait, it's dirty all the way up there? Is that actually reaching? It is reaching. That's impressive. Hello? Why are you not? Okay, that's weird. Cha-ching! Yep, cha-ching! Am I the only person who feels like when people write sound effects, you're like, does it really sound like that? It's like my brain does not comprehend that sound effect. Like, some of them, you know, make sense to me, like cha-ching. But I've heard, like, bap. Like, that's the sound effect for, I guess, getting punched or something in, like, some comics or something. And I'm just like, but is it really the sound? It doesn't seem right to me. So, I don't know. Just a lot of times I'm like, why is it this for that sound? That doesn't... I'll try to think of another one, like bark. Bark, 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 bark. That's not what dogs do. Like, it's more like... I'm trying to think. It's more like, oof. Yeah, 1968 Batman series, yes. Bam, flap, flork. Some of those were hilarious. Definitely not believable to me. I'm trying to think of another one. Surprisingly tough work, exterior cleaning, isn't it? I got through 4 flannels on 1 brick alone. Okay. I expect you've brought some high-fangled gizmo or other to speed up the process. Yeah, it's called a power washer! Not really that high-fangled. Whee! I am trying to weigh which game I really want to do on live streams, because like some games are so questionable I will not live stream because I may have to edit them, and I want to make sure that I don't ever, well, I can't say ever, but that I'm less likely to get flagged or something for some inappropriate content. But like Kingdom Hearts, I'm not worried about. So, and there's a ton of those games. So that's good to last for a good little while, I think. But then I'm trying to think of some others that would be really good for that. Oh, I do still need to finish, what's it called? Snoot Game, I think is what it's called. Because I don't have the I Want to Hug That Gator. I think I'm not having that backwards. Pretty sure I started Snoot Game, and the I Want to Hug That Gator is the second one, which I don't have. Hello. Oh, got it. But what about that? I will say concerning the original Batman TV series, there is, I don't think, a single thing I've gotten more irate about than this one scene in the movie. And it just ticks me off every time. And it shouldn't bother me. It is, I'm assuming it's meant for comedy, but it just annoys the crap out of me. And it's, you know how everything with Batman is bat this, bat that, just bat. And there's a scene with the shark, and he needs to, he yells to lower the bat rope. And if I remember correctly, it's a normal rope. It's not black. It doesn't have bats on it in any way, shape, or form. But it has a sign that says bat rope. And I'm just like, what makes it bat rope? It's not. It's not. It's just rope. Just lower the rope. What makes it a bat rope? And I don't know why that bothers me so much. But I literally, every time I watch it, I'm like, it's not bat rope. It's just a rope. put a freaking sign on it that says bat rope. It's so stupid. Yep. Just the bat view, the bat rope sign is just. And I'm like, I've never heard anyone else complain about that but me. And I'm just like, maybe I'm just way too picky on certain little nuances, but that just annoys me so bad. Why? Why? Not everything has to be bat just because he's Batman. Yeah, I get even the bat shark repellent makes a little bit of sense. Because, I'm always assuming that it's like his own special blend or some crap. But, the bat rope, no, just no. No, 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 no. But I will say the movie's entertaining. I will. Yeah, Batarang. Batarang. But it's shaped like a bat. So, that makes sense. I don't remember if this is. I think this is the same movie. And it has to do, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it, and yeah, campy movies are great. I will definitely say that. But if anyone hasn't seen it and doesn't want spoiler, like fast forward like a little bit. But the scene where everyone has been turned into like sand or dirt or whatever, they've been dehydrated or something, and Batman, has them fix the vials that get broke, and the sand gets all mixed, and they have to individually sift through and make all the right sand be in the right place. There's a scene where he has all the vials in their seats, and he turns on the device that introduces water to it, and the things that are in their seats are like huge. They have a giant like metal pole holding it and a glass vial, and then all of a sudden everyone reappears, and where did the little contraption go? I always think it's like, would the stick go up their butts? I mean, like, ow. But they come out and they're still griping and still complaining like they were 5 minutes before they got turned into sand. And I was always like, but where did the thingy go? And it's just, I get hung up on stupid things. Like what Cheech and Chong. There's just, I don't know. I guess I can't watch true pure comedy movies because I get hung up on the little things to me that make no sense. It's like, but it's comedy, that's why it's like that. I'm like, no. There's comedy, and then there's just, that makes no flippin' sense. And so, TV magic, yeah. That's what I need to just let it go. It's okay. It's TV. It is fiction. It is okay. But it does annoy me. I could still enjoy the movie, but every time I'll watch it and think, and where did that go? Are they now part glass and metal from the thingy? Actually, no. How? There it is. Trying to find because I'm up close. Yeah. Stay away from Three Stooges. Yeah, Like, I know a little bit of Three Stooges. I never really watched it, so it probably would really annoy me. But I don't know. It depends on the comedy. Because some of it I can just buy into way easier than others. Maybe because I'm such a Batman fan, I get really picky about Batman. That also may be the reason. Like Cheech and Chong, I didn't get like upset, but I did like things that some people found funny, I didn't. And I'm like, why do you think that's funny? That's stupid. That's not funny. So I'm just thinking, some comedy ain't for me, apparently. Get out of the way, footstool. Over here. I will say one of my favorite Cheech and Chong comedy things, and it's this stupid little scene. And it has Motormouth Jones. And he's doing like some sound effects, and he pretends like he snorts a Coke can. And it's just that whole scene. I love Motormouth Jones, and yeah, it was just to me great, perfect. Like I love Police Academy, and that was the first time I had ever seen him. So anything he's in is golden. Strange Brew. Okay. Bob and Doug McKenzie. McKenzie? I have not heard of that. And I wouldn't consider myself an expert on, like any movies really, but I haven't even heard of that one, so that's interesting. So it's a comedy. I don't even think I know the two people's names. This one must have went under my radar. Either that or it's much older and that's why I don't know it. Because there's like this one movie, I think it's called The Jerk, that I actually want to see. And only because someone's already spoiled one of the jokes at the very end of the movie. And if you've seen it, you know what joke they're talking about. And I want to see that played out because I've heard it said so many times. And paraphrase, Second City TV. Okay. Yeah, I think all of that went under my yeah, Steve Martin. Yep. Steve Martin. I haven't seen like a ton of Steve Martin stuff, but I've seen a few, and the guy's funny. If you don't think Steve Martin's funny, I feel sad because I think he's pretty hilarious. Just for one thing, his facial expressions to me are what often makes him kind of funny. Like his tone, of course, but like his facial expressions, I don't know. But yeah, Steve Martin, very good actor. And I don't know who else is in that movie, but for him alone, I would watch it. And I mean, you just look at the cover of the movie, and it's pretty funny looking just from the cover. Because I think his pants are around his ankles. Okay, he has a song called King Tut. Okay, I have to check that out. Thank you. I need to check that out. And if my dad hasn't seen it, I need to share it with him because I think he likes Steve Martin too. And so the fact that he has a song, that's hilarious. I won't say that I was sheltered. I just was, because I was homeschooled, whatever my family was into, I got into, but beyond that, I kind of didn't. So I wasn't as exposed to a lot of things that were popular, and then now I'm in the habit of, I stay home. I don't really watch TV. Like, I watch YouTube. So if I see like trailers for it on YouTube or ads on Facebook or some other social media platform, then I might get exposed to it. But like, there's this whole drama thing going on right now, and I can't even tell you who it is about. But I don't get any of it because I don't even know who this person is. I just know people are mad at him now because he lied and is being manipulative and gaslighting people. And I'm like, okay, dang. Like, the truth will come out. So I don't know what he was thinking, but, apparently a lot of drama. A lot of drama. People are PO'd. I do not blame them, especially when you have someone who's being very deceptive and manipulative, which it sounds like that's what the case was. Like I said, I can't speak into it because I really don't know. But is there a ladder? Hold the phone. Is there a ladder? Please tell me there's a ladder. No, there's no ladder. Seriously? No ladder? Yeah. No ladder. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's the name I saw, and I was just like, oh, okay. Apparently he was a dirty dog who did a lot of deception, and that's it. So if he stole money though, like, which that's what I thought I was getting the impression of, then people need to, prosecute and bring him to justice. But if he didn't steal money, then he's just a jerk who lied. And, there's not much you can do about that. People lie all the time. Like, I try really hard not to lie. Sometimes there's like an instinct that I want to lie if it's something that'll keep me out of trouble. Like I don't want to fight with someone. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I agree. And I don't. But I try very hard not to do that and just say, yeah, I can see your point. That way I'm respecting their opinion, but not saying that I agree because I don't. And I don't want to lie. Yeah, okay. That's a dirty dog right there. Cancer is not something you joke about. That is not that's not something for fun, not for craps and giggles and all that. You don't lie about that kind of stuff. Now, if he had cancer and then went into remission, or I think that's what it's called, remission, where it's like, yeah, I think it's called remission. But if it was that case, then okay, I get it. But you don't. I've lost people to that freaking disease. Both my grandparents, or should I say, both my grandmas, died to that. And so I do not think it is ever acceptable to joke or lie about that. That is a serious thing. And I actually, on Reddit, there was like this one story. Oh, you're a cancer survivor. Congratulations. You go. I respect that so much. That is a hard thing to walk through. Yeah, it's scary. Scary as hell. And I couldn't even, like, I've only seen it from the outside, like I loved the family members, and tried to, be loving and compassionate and, it, Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you now? And I'm about to be 37. That way that's fair. So you're 61. So you were 25. Math. Okay. So that's 25 plus 11, 36 years? Is that right? Did I do good math? That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm not glad that you had it, but I'm glad that you beat it. And man, I just cancer, I hate it. I flippin' hate it. I wish with all the technology advancements we have and all of that we'd finally have beaten it for good. I know that there's really cool places like I think it's St. Jude who helps kids who have cancer. I don't think they help adults, but like the fact that they're there to help against childhood cancer and they've saved like tons of kids because of it. Because I don't fully understand cancer. I just know that it's like attacks the immune system or something like that, and it's like your body's just attacking itself, and it's just horrible. So the fact that someone would be such a scumball and lie about that, they need some kind of repercussions because that's sick. Just sick. And I don't blame people for being mad. Let's put it that way. I do not blame people for being pissed and, like I said, ramifications. Their research is shared. Okay, yeah. I did hear something about that because, what's it called? Game Theory. They had like this really big, like, charity stream thing where they were earning money for St. Jude, and they talked about some of that stuff. And I was like, that their research has not only benefited the people that come to them, but it's benefited countless other places, and that is so awesome. So yeah, I totally like if I ever do a charity stream, that would be one I would consider doing it for. Um, there's only a handful of charities that I would directly like want to. I mean, there's lots of good charities out there, but I don't know them. Like, I don't know much about them, so I'd be hesitant to try and raise money for them. But if I could raise money for like St. Jude, or I'm trying to remember the name of this other one. It's something, it helps there's two of them. One that helps police dogs get vests, I think, and one that helps elder dogs be taken care of so that their last of their years are good instead of full of suffering, kind of thing. Hello, I trust Winston has extricated himself from the freezer in time to make your tea. There are two things that always find their way out, the truth and Winston. Okay. I've never heard of that place. Okay. Toronto, though. Yeah, isn't Toronto like really huge? Like it's a pretty big place. The only way I could compare it is like, a major city uh in Texas is like Dallas, and they have like I think more of the whatever advancements of technology. Like you go to yeah, clean and nice. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, if like you go to um like downtown, it's a nightmare to get in and out of, and there's definitely a lot of rude drivers, but like their hospitals are some of the best. And compared to like maybe the smaller cities. And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that there's the bigger the city, it seems the better the hospitals. Like they have access to more. research maybe and funds. Yeah, I'll have to Google it. So I need to watch King Tut with Steve Martin and yeah, more money. Yeah, you're right. It is. It comes down to more money. Everything comes down to money. And Google Princess Marguerite, however you say it. And yeah, at one point, I don't know how popular this hospital is outside of Texas, but Cook's Children's Hospital. There was a time that I was going there, and I don't remember if it was for scoliosis or asthma, but they were incredible. I loved them. I loved their, their staff, their like even they had cool kids play areas and waiting rooms that were really friendly and clean and nice. But yeah, I I greatly appreciate what they did for that season of my life, even though I think we probably couldn't afford to keep going there. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There was 2 hospitals I went to. Yeah, kid hospitals typically are pretty good. You have a point there, because why don't they realize adults want that exact same kind of environment, though? Like, I want a waiting room that has a pinball machine or, a little play place for, like there was this one, I don't know if it was Cook's or the other hospital that I had gone to, but they had this spaceship. And inside the spaceship was this little control center in the middle so that multiple kids could be playing on it. But then just sitting inside of it, if you looked up, there was like little blinking lights and it looked like you were looking out in outer space. It was the coolest thing. I loved it so much. I just wish more hospitals were like that, because that was great. But I guess the nightmare is cleaning them and keeping them maintained. Yeah. But yeah, I greatly appreciate those hospitals for kids, because as much as it sucks for us adults, it's really harsh for a child, because I mean they haven't adapted to life yet. And they're having to deal with some kind of terminal illness or disability, and so having a really cool hospital like that, I think, does help, even if it's not in the, hugest ways. It all makes a difference. So, but yeah, St. Jude, Cook's. I'm really trying to remember that one hospital. There was another one that's like Cook's, but it was, I guess, more affordable, or maybe lesser known. The only thing I could think of is Baylor, and I don't know if that's a thing outside of Texas, but I remember hearing a lot about Baylor, because apparently they're pretty big, at least in the Metroplex area, which is a big hunk of area. So, you know, they need to do hospitals need to have a Starbucks in them, a McDonald's, because there was a hospital I went to that had a McDonald's. That was the coolest thing ever. So if you have your kids, and you, because you do not have to be a kid to enjoy McDonald's. But then, what else? Starbucks, McDonald's. Yeah, everything is big in Texas. I mean, you're not wrong. The thing that I always joke about is the trucks are ridiculously big. It's like, really, do we need the trucks this big? Yes, apparently they do. I guess you could say I am a proud Texan, but at the same time not. Like, I love Texas, but I hate the weather. I hate the the pollen, the bugs. I mean, obviously, there's plenty of people who have it way worse when it comes to those things, but I just was like, if I had been born in a state that the weather was more my speed, I would be very happy there. But then there'd probably be things about that state that I wouldn't like or something, like, I don't know, the stores or something. There's always pros and cons to everywhere. But the weather is such a huge impact. Like, I just don't do good in the heat. But I don't do good in freezing cold either. I'm like, where's a good, like, middle range place where it doesn't get below 50 and it doesn't go above 80? Yeah, in Texas, every now and then we'll get some snow, but it's rare and it's often slush instead of proper snow. We get excited when we actually have true snow, which I think we did not last year, because last year was a weird winter. We didn't even really get a proper winter last year, I don't think. Just like we didn't get a proper fall. Ooh, okay. Hottest 32 Celsius, coldest 45 Celsius. Okay. I'm sorry, negative 45 Celsius. I read that wrong. I'm like, wait, how is your coldest above? Duh, negative. Kim, read. But yeah, I don't like it negative. I don't like anything that goes in the negative. And thankfully, we don't go negative very often, or at least we haven't lately. Watch, now I said that. We're going to get like 13 below or something. Of course, that's Fahrenheit, so I don't know. I don't remember what the difference is, Fahrenheit to Celsius, but I know it's quite a drastic leap in numbers. Yeah, you're Canadian, yeah. Well, y'all are tough. Tougher than a lot of us wussy Texans, I say that and it's like I'm going to make some Texans mad, but I mean, I'm not talking about like the country guys and gals and the people who know how to deal with, who ride motorcycles. I'm not talking about the tough people in Texas. I'm talking about the wussy city people. And even though I'm not really a city girl, I'm I'm not country. I guess it would be suburban. Like, that's in between city and country. But yeah, I'm more that type of person. And so, yeah, I ain't tough. Like, I survive, but I don't enjoy it. And other people are like, just get over it, toughen up. Suck it up, buttercup. All the things. Not tough, just crazy. Okay. Well, then I think Canadians should get along with Texans pretty good then, because we're pretty darn crazy. That, I will say, is true among pretty much every, at least native Texans, but a lot of people who choose to stay here, you kind of get adopted into the crazy because you chose to stay. That's just crazy in and of itself. There's a lot of reasons. Texans are pretty insane. I hear people like, you know, I won't because it might be political in nature and I don't want to start that. But there's definitely some things Texans say and do that you're like, really? Really? Okay, check out Winnipeg, Manitoba. Okay, I've heard of Winnipeg, but I've never heard that last part of it, so I have to check that out. I wish I had the kind of money to travel, and what I would do is whenever it's summer in Texas, I'd go to somewhere where it's not summer, you know? Because I know that there's places that are kind of in different seasons compared to our American seasons, so it'd be like perfect. It's like, yep, I avoid the heat wherever I can. I don't mind spring. Okay, province. Okay. Yeah, that gets really confusing to me. I think, who was it? Or where was it? I think it was Australia, and I was learning a little bit about how they are kind of like they don't have states like, you know, America, and just learning the different ways different countries do that stuff, and it's like, of course, it's a little confusing to me because it's different, you know. Nothing against it, it's just it's new. And I was like, wait, how does this work? And I found out some places have like districts, I think. I think that's what it was called. And I was like, wait, what? A district? Like, are we in Hunger Games here? I was very confused. And so I was like, man, countries are just... Different countries have so many variances compared to... It's like... How do I say this? I want to say it right. Like, no one could decide on a standard way of doing things. Like, America has to use the... Wait, which is it? It's not the metric system, because the metric system is what pretty much everyone else in the world uses. Like, everyone else in the world was like, we're going to use the metric system. And everyone's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And then America's like, nah, we're going to use this. And I'm like, some people are like, yeah, America, we got a better system. I don't think it's better. It's just what you're used to. I wish that we would have gotten taught both growing up so that we could understand the rest of the flippin' world. Instead, it's like, nah, we're Americans. You need to learn to do it our way. Imperial system. That's it. It's so confusing to me. It's like, why can't we just decide to do the same thing among all of them? I get languages is not going to be the same, but it's like, why? Isn't there a way to make it a little bit easier? Just, like, metric based on tens. Okay. Yeah, and it's so simple for people who were raised on that system, and I think it's probably more accurate, but, you know, we're Americans. We have to do it our way. We're not gonna suffer that system. I remember I get so frustrated when I look at like measurements for clothing from a lot of places because they won't use inches and feet. they'll use centimeters. And I'm like, I don't know what a centimeter is. Like, I can Google it, but it's very frustrating to try and convert and make sure you get the right size. And like, it's already hard enough for me to find stuff my proper measurements, and now I gotta do conversion and risk math errors. Ah! I knew I was gonna fall. 2.54 centimeter is 1 inch. Wow. Yeah, that sounds like the centimeter system is more accurate then, because like you're able to, I don't know, get more precise measurements. I don't know. I mean, inches work. People have done it for a while now, but still. I really wish they would have taught us more of the metric system. I remember when I would do fan fiction, 25.4 millimeters. Yeah, that's another one, millimeters. I'm like, what the heck is that? You know, and you feel dumb because everyone else in the world's like, you're an idiot. How can you not know what that is? Well, I know ounces, cups, and inches, feet, yards. I know those, you know. 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. Oh, okay. See, that one makes more sense to my brain because it's an even number. But of course, like you said, it's done by tenths, so that makes sense. So that probably is a little easier to understand. I need to get like a cheat sheet that shows both the metric system and the imperial systems side by side, and like it going up gradually, like centimeters is this, and it becomes this, and also, you know, and the equivalent with inches, it goes like this, and yeah, it's just like where it kind of compares them, but also shows their separate measurings. That would be pretty cool. One cup is 250 milliliters. See, now that one is familiar. 1 ounce, 32 grams. Yeah, some of those are a little familiar now, because they actually usually measure food in grams a lot of the time. 1 meter is 39 inches. Okay. Ah! Got it. Okay. The funny thing is I never even properly learned the imperial system very well, because it's like, what is it? 12 inches is 1 foot, 3 feet is 1 yard, and that's about where I stop. I have no idea how many yards are in a mile. I have no idea how many miles are in a whatever the next thing is. And ounces, I know there's 8 ounces in a cup, and that's about it. I don't have it memorized, and so I never learned it properly. Of course, me and numbers, me and math, I've never been really the best of friends. We don't really get along that well. But I need to like have a list that I could put on the wall. Not a list, but a sign or a nice thing that shows them. And then maybe I can start memorizing them by reading it every day, and when I am cooking. I don't cook that often, but when I do, then I'll actually know what the heck some of the things are talking about. Goodness. How do I only have 71%? It seems like I've done more than that. Doo-doo. I need a drink of water. Should have remembered to bring some. My throat's doing that thing where it's starting to sound a little... On a day that I don't stream, I can go hours without even talking, so... sing a single word. Come on. Oh, there we go. I knew it. Pizza for supper. Ooh, that sounds good. I love pizza. What's your favorite, like the way you like to doctor the pizza up, like all the toppings that you prefer, all that stuff? And don't worry, I'm not going to judge because I do the taboo sometimes of pineapple on pizza. It's not like my favorite thing of all time, but I'll eat it. It's good. I like the whole sweet savory combination. It's just enjoyable. Is it my favorite? No. But it's nice to shake it up if I'm wanting kind of a sweet savory mix. The everything deep dish. Nice. Yeah, I like pepperoni, of course. I am a huge pepperoni girly. I love pepperoni. Like, I like extra pepperoni and extra cheese if possible. Now, I don't know if all places do that, but I assume most do. And then, aside from extra cheese and extra pepperoni, it's based on just what I'm in the mood for. Because I could go with some spinach, especially if I'm going to do Alfredo sauce. Spinach Alfredo with pepperoni, really good. But then also, I like bell peppers on my pizza. And if you do an Alfredo or ranch sauce, you can do the, it's like bacon, bell pepper, chicken, what is it? Yeah, I can't think of it. Yeah, pineapple with ham. I'm not the biggest fan of ham. Like, I don't know what it is. Ever since I was a kid, I never really cared for ham. I love bacon. I love hot dogs. I love pepperoni. But I don't like ham that much. And, maybe I'd like it better on a pizza. I've never tried it on a pizza, I don't think. but I would love bacon bits. Oh yeah, my mom's like that too. Tomato is no go for her, and so totally get the Alfredo. The thing is the Alfredo sometimes upsets my stomach because it's so rich. So it's like I have issues with tomato if I have too much, so I have to do it like strategically and not have tomato again for like 48 hours kind of thing. It sucks, but you know. But other than that, let's see. And of course, I'll always go for the Supreme or um, like a meat lover kind of thing where it's like every type of meat, especially if they have meatballs. Our local, or I guess not local, but Pizza Hut has, or at least used to have meatball option, and man, they were so good. I I mean, they weren't, probably proper Italian meatballs or anything, but they were good and very, very enjoyable. Oh, man, I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. My mom actually, it's two things for her, similar to you, and what's it called? Uh, I don't remember what it's called. But it's a health issue that causes issues with eating tomato. Really sucks. Um, Thankfully, I don't have that same issue, but I have to be careful because it could, I could develop it, I guess. I don't know exactly how all that works, so I have to be very careful and, you know, have doctors do tests and stuff and, all the things. Oh, my husband is too. Yeah, I think he's type 1. Everything is done and dusted over here in Egypt, and I'll be back in England to see your handiwork very soon. Yeah. Diabetes. I hate diabetes. And I have to be careful that I don't become diabetic because of my current health. Okay, yeah. Then I think the one I have to be concerned about um, is becoming a type 2, which is not good, of course. Neither are good, but yeah, he was diagnosed as type 1, I believe. But so I'm asking him to actually teach me how to eat better. I wanna eat like the way that's good for him, because if I adapt more of a diabetic style of eating, I probably will help in multiple ways mine to keep me from getting it, as well as uh, man, my brain keep me from getting it, but also help me maybe lose weight and be healthier, and that's the hope. Now that's always the hope, improve your health somehow. It's not easy though, since we all have unique bodies, unique struggles. Yeah. Oh, 12 years old. Oof, that's hard. But yeah, balance meals, count carbs. The thing is I uh, I have a very unhealthy relationship with food. I, what you call it? What do they call it? Depression eat, whatever, eat your feelings, whatever that's called. And so I'm more likely to eat, and of course it would be carb-full food or more carby food, just because of, you know, how easy it is to grab, you know, like potato chips or ice cream or, you know, cereal, which, and it's not, you know, necessarily the healthy cereals. But a lot of times I won't go to the effort to feed myself a proper meal, so I'll either go hungry or eat, like, not healthy stuff. Yeah, comfort food. Thank you. I tell my doc I'm in shape. Round is a shape. Nice. I like that one. If I ever get the guts, I'll say that to my doctor. Round is a shape. That sounds like something my cousin would say. He makes jokes like that all the time, and it's I need to try and have that kind of sense of humor about life, because I think I take it a little too seriously, and you know, enjoy life, enjoy it, have fun, don't stress, especially with my birthday coming up. I will allow myself to indulge in comfort food on my birthday, though. I am not gonna be all like, you don't eat cake, don't. I think I'm tilting my head while trying to clean, and I'm like, why am I tilting my head? I don't need to. I just moved the camera. So funny how we do that stuff. See people like leaning around corners when they're trying to snipe someone in a first-person shooter, and man, it is funny the conversations that come out when I'm doing these streams. You never know. Oh, got it. Got it. But yeah, one of my favorite comfort food, and I don't know what places this food is common, potato soup. For one thing, I love potatoes. I know they're not really good for you, but I love potatoes. It's one of those things that, like, if I have an upset stomach and I don't feel like I can eat anything, which unfortunately I have a lot, but potato soup just, I don't know, really hits the spot. Have you seen the single-serve coffee pouches? I tape a decaf one on my arm and showed the doc the coffee patch I was trying. She hit me. The coffee patch. In my opinion, that's all decaf is good for. I'm sorry. I know some people probably hate me for that, but I am not. And then they laughed. Well, at least they have somewhat of a sense of humor. But yeah, what you call it? I am not a fan of decaf. I see no point in it. It's just, to me, a very redundant thing. I guess it's good for people who don't want caffeine but really enjoy the flavor of coffee. I don't even understand how decaf exists. It's like, do they chemically remove the caffeine from the coffee bean? Or is it fake coffee to begin with? Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Oh, am I on the top? No, I'm not. Okay. I'm so close, but my hand's starting to hurt. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to stop here and pick up next time. I wanted to finish the whole level, but oh, I never even finished that. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna finish him real quick, and then I will end. Because I gotta at least have had the fountain finished. But unfortunately, even playing with a controller, my hand starts to hurt. It just doesn't start to hurt as fast. Come on. Come on. You got it. Do the thing. Fine. Wait, I can't put it in here, right? No, didn't think so. Wish. Whee! But I do appreciate you getting on here and chatting with me, Dawn. That was very enjoyable conversations and definitely kept me from feeling lonely. Done! Yes! Squish the fish! Only certain people who know me really well would have got that joke. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I guess we'll stop here and pick up next time. So, anyone want to make recommendations of other games I can do on stream, just please keep in mind if it has, like, I'm okay with some violence, but if it's like has nudity or just stuff that's deemed inappropriate by like Twitch and YouTube, I'll want to stream it, not stream it, I want to record it and then edit it so that I can post it. But any stuff that's, Kingdom Hearts and this, things that don't have content that I got to worry about. Okay, I'll try and pick the games too. I'm leaning towards Kingdom Hearts. I really am. But until next time, everyone, game on.